Hello, thanks for checking out this video and welcome to my channel, Me and My Jackets. My name is Chris. Today's video we are talking all about all the different types of Arc'teryx jackets that can be worn for the fall. Alright, so we're going to be looking at a whole different collage. I got a whole mess of jackets here, some different combinations that I like for the fall. And you know, as we transition from summer into the colder weather, you know what jackets start to get more and more use, and I dig out of my closet for the colder weather. So let's dive right in. I got a whole bunch of stuff here. We're going to try to get through as much stuff as I can, and hopefully, you know, you'll find this video helpful. All right, so yeah, so as the weather starts getting colder and colder now into fall, we start digging into some heavier layers, right? So the summertime, I wear nice light layers, something like a Gamma SL, okay? The Gamma SLs are really nice soft shells, lightweight soft shells. It's just a nice jacket to, you know, help block some of the wind, you know, in the summertime when you just need a little extra something on, a little damp, a little rainy, a little drizzly outside. This is a great jacket to throw on. But as the weather gets colder, right? Since it's just a soft shell, there's no insulation or anything in this thing, you know, it's not really going to keep you warm as the weather gets colder. So now we're going to start looking at layering underneath these pieces. So, you know, the Gamma SL, I gotta find it, my Gamma LT, right, is a little heavier layer. We start using that more now. A Squamish hoodie is a nice jacket for the summer because it's a great windbreaker. Again, very lightweight, no insulation, but just a nice nylon windbreaker. Nice in the summer, but as we start getting colder, we're adding layers under these things, right? So it really helps to keep us warm. So, you know, I have a whole mess of jackets here, and, you know, the soft shells are basically like, I look at them as a second skin over top of a warmer insulating layer, right? So in the summer we don't need those insulating layers, so we can just wear these soft shells as light jackets. But now, as it's getting colder, fleeces are really nice, right? Nice lightweight fleeces like this Kyanite LT. So a Kyanite LT has always been one of my favorite jackets. It's a really nice lightweight jacket. You know, a cooler evening, you know, if it's not too cold outside, early morning, this is a really nice, just light fleece, right? But if we need that little extra warmth on top of it, well, now this is where our Gamma SL can come in, right? So a Gamma SL on top of that fleece will help hold in a little more of that heat, help block a little bit of that wind. Because remember, fleeces are not very good at being windproof, right? So the cold air, wind will get through them. So we want a nice little soft shell on top of it just to help block some of that cold air and hold some of that heat in. So something like this is a really nice light combination, right? Absolutely, the Squamish hoodie will go on top as well. Okay, so something like that. If it gets a little colder and you want a little heavier fleece, right? Somewhere in here, I have the Kyanite AR. Okay, here's a Kyanite AR, or a Delta LT, okay, is a nice fleece. And, you know, if it gets even colder, the Coverts, right? The Covert is a heavier fleece. So, again, just depending on the temperatures and where we're going with it, you know, as to how thick of a layer do we want underneath. Also, now some of the other jackets that I bring out are lighter weight jackets, insulated jackets. My Atom SL, all right, I wear this all the time. This is just enough, right? It's a nice light jacket. light insulation, keep you warm. Great on a cool night, you know. It's got still breathable underneath. It's got a nice like fleecy like lining that goes all underneath the arm, down the sides of the jacket to help vent some of the hot air, you know. And just a nice lightweight, lightly insulated jacket, all right? If it gets colder, I can put a soft shell on top. But this is definitely a favorite of mine. And while I have the Atom SL out, I'm going to bring out my Atom LT. Now, definitely a little heavier, okay? So this is going to be, if it gets, you know, too cold for the SL, you have the LT. The LT is an awesome all-around jacket. This can be worn as standalone in the fall. Winter time, I use this as an insulating layer under hard shells, such as like a Gamma MX. It's one of my favorite combinations. Can be worn under hard shells. It can be worn under a warmer, like a down jacket, like Ethereum, in the winter when it gets cold. But for the fall, I use this as my main insulation. Okay? Kind of cool. Now, I also have a Proton FL. Proton FL is really one of my favorite jackets too. It's really nice. I love this insulation inside this. It's just this little really soft thin insulation, but it's really warm and it's really soft, and it's just so comfortable to wear. Now the thing with these Protons is that they are very breathable, okay? They're great if you're doing high output activities. This is a Proton FL. The Proton LT is the same way, and a very breathable jacket. So when you're doing those high output activities, this jacket is great because it allows that heat to escape, okay? And you don't end up being as sweaty and overheated. However, in cold wind, you're gonna feel that cold air through the jacket. It's gonna breathe. It's gonna let the hot air out, but it's gonna let some of that cold air in, okay? So if you're wearing one of these jackets, it's a great lightly insulated jacket for when it's not too cold out, but you need something, okay? But if it's got a really cold wind, then it's really nice to put a shell over the top of it, okay? And a nice, again, you know, Gamma SL or something over the top of this is a really nice jacket to block that wind, or the Squamish hoodie to block that wind and not allow that cold air to get in here, okay? So really nice piece, the Proton FL. So as we move on here, another jacket I really want to point out to you, because I bring this out for the fall, and it's a little unusual, but it fits my purposes, and it's exactly the way I want to use it. This summertime, I have a Beta LT hard shell, and all of these jackets are in a size extra large, okay? I'm 6'2", 210 pounds, and I wear extra large in like everything. In the hard shells, I have a Beta LT that's in a size large. So I sized down. Now the hard shells are usually sized larger because they're meant to fit over layers, okay? So a size extra large Beta LT is meant to fit over a size extra large jacket, okay? Insulated jacket. So they're sized a little bit bigger. So I bought the Beta LT in a large because I wanted to wear it in the summer without layers underneath it and not have like all kinds of room, okay? I just wanted to fit me as a rain jacket for the summer. And it was perfect for that, all right? So I ended up buying this. This is a Rush IS, okay? So it's another hard shell. It actually has a lining inside of it. It's the same lining that's in my Proton FL, okay? Really nice soft lining inside this jacket. Now, It's kind of strange, I know, because the Rush is a ski jacket, all right? It's meant for snow activities, snow sports, right? Snowboarding, skiing, stuff like that. And I don't use it for that. I wanted another hard shell that was like my Beta LT that I could wear without layering underneath it, okay? And this is perfect because it has that insulating lining inside of it. So I don't need to wear a layer under it, and I can still stay warm in this. So as the weather gets cooler, right, and you know, my Beta LT they're not insulated, right? It's just a hard shell. It's not going to keep me warm. In the summertime, it's great. You know, it's a thunderstorm because it's 85 degrees outside, and I don't need an insulating layer under it. But as it gets cooler in the spring and the fall, right, I don't have a lot of room inside that jacket to layer. So that's why I bought this, because this has its own layer, insulation layer inside of it. So I can just wear this as a standalone piece without worrying, you know, about layering underneath it when it's not freezing cold, but when it's colder out, right? And this fits me great, and I love this piece. I wear this all the time in the fall when it's, you know, spring, fall, when it's rainy and nasty and damp out. This is my jacket, and 9 times out of 10, I'm not cold. I don't need another piece underneath it. If I do, if it's not enough as it gets more into winter, then I can break out a normal hard shell in a size extra large and wear some heavier layers under it. But for me, the Rush IS as a standalone jacket in the spring and fall is awesome. I love this piece. Okay. As it starts getting colder out, you know, early fall, you know, these light jackets like the Proton FL, the Atom SL, some fleece, a light fleece with a nice light hard shell like the Gamma SL, the Squamish hoodies. They're awesome, but if it starts getting colder now, right, we need to kind of step up that insulation a little bit. One of my favorite jackets to turn to at that point is going to be this Cerium SL, right? Really nice down insulated jacket, but it's thin, it's lightweight. The nice thing with this jacket is that it's warm, but you don't even know it's on. It's so light, like you don't even think about that you're wearing this jacket. All right, really nice. But the thing with these down jackets we need to worry about is that they don't like to get wet. All right, even though this has a DWR coating and some light rain will run off of it, you still don't want to get it wet. So when that happens, we got a rainy day, again, our Gamma SL, or I like this Squamish hoodie. This is going to be a really nice combination for me because this is windproof as well, and it'll give me just enough rain protection. But the thing about these two jackets together is they are the lightest, like unbelievably light. It's like you're not even wearing jackets. They're unbelievably light, and this is really going to keep you warm. Squamish hoodie is known as a windbreaker. So, I mean, you're going to stop that wind, you're going to hold in the heat and the down. This is a really nice, warm, lightweight combination. All right. Gamma SL works well too. Gamma LT, right? A little heavier layer when we have a little colder weather coming in. A Gamma LT is a little heavier soft shell to wear on top, and it fits perfectly over the Cerium SL, all right? So here we are, right? And this is a really nice combination. So as things get colder, we can progress into heavier insulation layers and a little heavier soft shells or hard shells on top, okay? Another jacket I have here, I want to show you one more briefly too. Now this is a really nice warm jacket, as is the Cerium. the Nuclei. The Nuclei FL. This jacket's a really amazing jacket. And I would save this as a winter jacket as well, but I'm going to bring it out here for the fall, only because it's so lightweight. It's just such a lightweight jacket. It's not a down insulated, I'm sorry, it's synthetic insulation. Lightweight, very light jacket, extremely windproof. Like totally windproof. All right, this jacket is amazing in the wind. What's really nice about this jacket is that it is so lightweight and is so packable. Okay, you can pack up into a little ball and stick in your backpack. However, it is not breathable. All right, this jacket is not breathable very much at all, which is why it's so warm. It holds in that heat. I mean, really holds in that heat. Okay, I would even say that this is probably a lot warmer than my Atom LT, than my Cerium SL. Okay, this is even in the winter time. This is a warm jacket. But for the fall, it's good because it is really warm when it gets colder, but it's so lightweight that to stick it in your backpack, it's really easy. All right. So, kind of gave you some ideas here. Went over a bunch of stuff. Again, fleeces, right, as a nice light layer underneath. Hard shells, right? Hard shells now, if it's a really heavy rain, really cold wind, have a nice insulation layer underneath, something like an Atom LT as your warm insulation layer, right? Not very heavy, not really heavy and, you know, big winter jacket, but just a nice lightweight, medium weight insulated jacket. And it's pouring rain outside. You can throw on a nice Beta, Alpha, or this is a Zeta SL hard shell. And this now will keep you totally dry and waterproof, right? So pouring rain, you're covered. Cold wind, you're covered, right? The hard shells are great for that. All right. So here's some really nice ideas for you for the fall as that weather starts getting colder and we start pulling out heavier layers. Some really nice stuff. Again, lightweight fleeces to heavier weight fleeces, lightweight shells to heavier shells, right? And some mid to lightweight insulation layers. And depending on your activities and what you're doing, you know, you can kind of figure out what's appropriate for you and how much warmth and how much insulation you need. And fall's, I like fall because I can start pulling out all these jackets again that I haven't worn all summer, right? Although I do like the summer and I'm not a big winter person, but I know in the winter I'm not cold, so so anyway, all right, that pretty much sums it up. I just wanted to show you some different ideas as far as layering and warmth and fleeces and insulated and all that kind of stuff and shells. So thanks for watching. Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you're into Arc'teryx stuff. We cover a ton of videos here on all different Arc'teryx stuff. So thanks for watching and we'll see you again. Take care. Bye.